Hey friends, this is our second lecture. The immediate context, Daddy, are we going to die? Jonathan asks. Then his father replies, the father expresses his feelings. I tried to assure him that we could make it. And then he said these words, Daddy, he went on. We aren't afraid of dying. If we can all be together, you and Mummy, Sue and I. Then I could find no words with which to respond. But I left the children's cabin, determined to fight. And determined to fight the sea with everything I had. That determination, that is what made them survive. See, look at the response of that boy, John. Says, Daddy, we are not afraid to die. We all stay together. You and Mommy, and Sue and me. Yesterday I told you all about, or in the last class I told you about the background, the bicentenary celebration of James Cook's round the world voyage. So in July, they started, July 1976. To duplicate the round the world voyage made 200 years earlier by Captain James Cook. And family, they started, it was their great ambition. Family of 4, Mary, wife, Gordon, Sue and John. And they had built a ship of their own, professionally built. For 16 years they were preparing. Imagine, 16 years they were preparing. And the first leg of the 3-year journey was very pleasant. 1,05,000 kilometers. They sailed down to the west coast of Africa to Cape Town. Up to that, just pleasant, just like a picnic for them. They were enjoying. Then what happens, and from Cape Town, west coast of Africa to Cape Town. From Cape Town, they took 2 crewmen, 2 expert sailors, that is American Navy Vigil and Swiss Herb Seigler. Now, there are 6, half a dozen of them. They are venturing into the world's roughest seas, the southern Indian Ocean. So that was another preparation, a second level of preparation. Hiring or taking 2 crewmen. What are they going to do? Venturing into southern Indian Ocean, one of the world's roughest seas. And then what happened, those days, says that the first leg was so nice, so pleasant. Then second day, strong gales. The size of the waves were alarming. December 25th, 3,500 kilometers east of Cape Town. Weather was atrocious, but still they celebrated Christmas with a Christmas tree. And New Year's Day, still no improvement. That is January 1st. Now January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, these 6 days, they were actually living on, we can say, borrowed, they were surviving on a borrowed life. What is borrowed life means? Not their life. That is, not their life, because they all thought that they are going to die. So the weather was atrocious. January 2nd, gigantic waves. Endless, enormous seas rolling towards them. They tried to slow down the boats, double-dashed everything, and got ready to attack the sea. And rolling waves, thunder, tremendous explosion. A torrent of green and white water broke over the ship. Approaching death, they resigned. They were sure that they are going to die. What happened? The wave walker, what happened? Hurled by the wind. Imagine. See, Isn't it? We have seen 30 ton. That is just like a football is hurled like this. That's all. For the wind, the fury of nature. First-hand experience of the fury of nature. So this wave was hurled around, means thrown around. Then what else? Tremendous explosion. Torrent of green and white water. They resigned. Wave broker hurled by them. And he says, I was tossed about like a rag doll. So a human being like me, just like a rag doll. Ribs all cracked. Ribs cracked. Mouth filled with blood and teeth. Bleeding. Filled with blood and broken teeth. Mary, his wife, said, oh, we are sinking. Are we sinking? And the 7-year-old daughter already suffered a head injury with the swollen eyes. But she did not complain. Just the point. The 2 crewmen were pumping like madmen. And whatever knowledge Gordon had about, whatever ammunition he had, he used to try to repair, temporary repairs. He somehow managed to make some temporary repairs of wave walker. And then he sent mayday calls one after another. But no reply. Imagine, rib frames of wave walker were broken. And there was a crisscross of broken pieces of wood. They could not even go further. Destiny was not with them, it seems. Fate. See, that is, they said, what happened to them? The electric pump short circuit. The hand pumps blocked, whatever. And then he thought of another pump, and they were pumping like madmen. Who? Those 2 crewmen, pumping like madmen. And wave walker smashed to the keel. Imagine, water entering like a stream. And January 5th, and they were checking the charts. And finally he found that Amsterdam is somewhere there. The weather continued to deteriorate. They became desperate. And then John, are we going to die? See, that is the situation. He went to the children's cabin to console them. Then he is asking, are we going to die? And then he said, no, we will make it, he said. I tried to assure him that we could make it. Make it means we will succeed, we will reach. We will reach some place where you will be safe. Then he says, Daddy, he went on, we are in a front of dying if we cannot be together. You and Mommy, Sue and I. That was a great consolation and a booster dose for him. That's what he said. And immediately after that he said, I could find no words with which to respond. But I determined. But I left the cabin, children's cabin, determined to fight the sea with all my might, with everything that I had. That determination, that brought them ashore. And what happened is that, and January 5th, and nearing, and Mary and Gordon, they were holding hands. They were about to, we are singing. There's no way out, we are singing. And January 6th, he was reading the charts. And all the instruments that he carried also wet and not working. And then January 6th he said, with his knowledge and whatever help he could get from the instruments that he carried, whatever information that he could collect, he said, we are somewhere in 1,50,000 kilometers of ocean. vast sea. And he said that we are looking for a 65 km land, kilometers land, and that is square kilometers of land, and that is Amsterdam. Sue made a, in between the interesting thing is that even is hopeless situation, desperate situation. They have no idea where they are. All what they can say is that we are 150,000 kilometers of ocean. And then we are looking for a very small pinprick island. That time also, Sue did not lose her sense of humor. She made a card with caricatures of mommy and the daddy and gave it to them. They all laughed and looking at the pictures, they laughed. And what happened is, he afterwards, as I told you from the data collected, he asked Larry to steer a course of 185 degrees. Then he said there is a hope, there is a scope, not hope, scope and hope. By evening 5 p.m. also, we will be able to spot the island. And then he dozed off. He said, surprisingly I dozed off. He got up at 6 p.m. Then he saw both the children standing nearby. So we want to hug you. So why do you want to hug me? You are the best captain and the best daddy. And we have found the island. Oh, they were rushed, euphoria. So the enthusiasm and euphoria gripped them. They anchored offshore, and next morning the 20 inhabitants of Amsterdam came and cheered them and took them to invited them to their island. And thus, you can see, land under his feet, he says. My thoughts were about Nelly, who was holding the steering all the way. Then thought of my children, how they encouraged me. She had a cut on her hand, cut on the hand, and also a swollen eyes, which took about half a dozen operations to remove blood clot from between the skin and the skin and the skull. And what happened is that, and we have seen the encouraging words of John. So he thought of all this, and then with this, what you can say, a huge feeling of gratitude to all those who traveled with him. They all put their might and their strength to somehow survive. Survival. This is an example for survival of the fittest. Now we will take it section by section, then we will discuss. Now remember, my dear friends, the main points, if you want to, just in a nutshell, July 1976, 16 years of preparation. Then they built a boat professionally, that is wave worker. And this was his ambition, to repeat the round the world voyage done by or undertaken by James Cook, Captain James Cook, 200 years earlier. So they made preparations and all the time they were also practicing and taking training in the British seas. They started, first part was very good, it was like a picnic. Then 25th December, of course, it was July they started. July, August, September, October, November, December. So December they have already covered 1,05,000 kilometers. So that was a pleasant end, first leg, pleasant end. Then 25th they enjoyed, they celebrated Christmas with a Christmas tree. January 1st, New Year's Day, and the weather turned atrocious and it continued like that up to say 5th January, 6th. And then those were the most critical days in their life, in their journey. And that they survived. Their group work, See, their group work, how they complemented each other, even the children. She was hurt, but she did not make a complaint. And John said that we don't mind dying if we are all together. So these things were encouraged. One of the best captains, that is Gordon Cook, and his expertise, his knowledge, or what he could amass that he did, and finally they reached Amsterdam. So it's the story of survival. Friends, now what I would say is that in life when we come across difficulties, very often what happens is that we lose heart. We should not do that. That is the lesson that we should study from this. This is a great adventure story. And from this adventure story, what you have to carry in your life is whenever we meet with a crisis, it can be mental, it can be physical, it can be economic, it can be environmental and so on. What we should do is don't lose heart, but fight out. You remember that word, I could, and what did he say? He said that I left the children's cabin. How determined to fight the sea with everything there. So this is what you should do. We should also do. To fight the circumstances, everything we have, with a single-minded devotion, fight. Definitely the success will be yours. Hope that you have followed the outline. Now you will take section by section from the next class, and I hope that you will enjoy the lesson because it's an adventure story. Adventure. And in that adventure story there are two participants and they are two children. Say one of play school, the other of LKG. So that gives us immense encouragement in our life. Optimism. Bye. Have a nice time. But before we go, wander less, stay home more, expose less, wear masks more, come close less, stay in more, endanger less, protect more. So we will fight with all our might. That's what he said. I determined to fight the sea. So we should determine to fight this killer with all our might. Definitely success will be ours. Bye. Have a nice day.